Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are here at Cave Hill Cemetery. I got Miss Backroads with me today, and we're here to visit the grave of an icon of the food industry, and that's Mr. Colonel Sanders, who isn't a colonel, but I guess you can put whatever name you want on the front of it when you're as big as him and revolutionize the chicken industry like he did. We're gonna walk around, we'll talk about his life, we'll celebrate his life, and at the end we'll go visit the grave and pay respects and do all that fun stuff. Let me get my ad out of the way and say, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all those things. And if this isn't your first time here, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. Shouts out to the members. Thank you guys so much. I always try to get that out of the way.
Thank you, members. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, for what you guys do. What's your favorite thing at KFC to get? Why don't we put that in the comments too? Like, what you like? Do you like
across the decades KFC? Because if I think of KFC when I was younger, like the Chicken Littles were just perfect then, and they've changed those a lot over the years. So.
I was a big fan of the popcorn chicken myself. I like that. They used to dip it too. You could get it like dipped in the barbecue sauce and all that stuff.
Yeah,
had a lot of that stuff growing up. It was good stuff.
I love the chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
They haven't changed it a lot over
the only
the
thing
years.
that's happened is it's gotten smaller. Everything lately seems like it's gotten a lot smaller, but maybe one day everything will start growing again. But as of right now, we'll take what we can get. We'll go visit the grave here in just a second, so let's get to going. Harland Sanders was born on September the 9th, 1890 in a small town called Henryville, Indiana. By the time he was just 6 years old, his father passed away, and his mother had to work long hours to support the family. So this left young Harland in charge of cooking for his siblings, a skill that would come in handy later in life. But long before Sanders could become the colonel, he tried on more hats than most of us ever will. He worked as a farmhand, a streetcar conductor, a railroad fireman, and even studied law by correspondence. And if that wasn't enough, he ran a ferry boat company, he sold insurance, and was even a midwife. In the 1930s, Sanders finally found his calling, or at last the beginnings of it. He opened a service station in Corbin, Kentucky, where he didn't just pump gas, he cooked meals for hungry travelers. Word quickly spread about Sanders' incredible fried chicken, and his gas station soon became a full-fledged restaurant. The secret? A blend of 11 herbs and spices that would eventually become one of the most closely guarded recipes in culinary history. Harland Sanders wasn't content with just great chicken. He wanted perfection. In 1939, he discovered that using a pressure cooker could make his fried chicken not only faster, but even more delicious. This innovation set him apart from the competition and helped lay the foundation for what would become Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now here's where the story takes a twist. So in the 1950s, Sanders was forced to sell his restaurant after a new interstate diverted traffic away from his business. At the age of 65, when most people are thinking about retirement, he decided to hit the road. With nothing but his recipe, his pressure cooker, and a whole lot of determination, Sanders began franchising his chicken recipe to other restaurants, and boy did it pay off. By the 1960s, Kentucky Fried Chicken had become a household name. Sanders sold the company for $2 million in 1964. That's around $20 million in today's money. While he no longer owned the business, he remained the brand's ambassador. But Harland Sanders was more than just a fast food icon. He was also a philanthropist. When Sanders passed away in 1980, at the age of 90, he left behind more than just a successful business. He left a legacy of perseverance, innovation, and of course, some of the best fried chicken the world has ever tasted. So Sanders was diagnosed with acute leukemia in June of 1980. He passed away at the Jewish hospital here in Louisville of pneumonia 6 months later on December 16th at the age of 90. Sanders had remained active until the month before he passed, appearing in his white suit to crowds. His body was laid in the state rotunda of the Kentucky State Capitol after a funeral service at the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary Chapel, which was attended by more than 500 people. His wife, Claudia, she sadly passed away December 31st of 1996 at the age of 94. At the time of Sanders' death, there was an estimated 6,000 KFC outlets in 48 countries worldwide, with an estimated $2 billion in sales at the time. And so here we go. Here's the main part. Colonel Harland Sanders and his wife Claudia. And here's the grave. It says Colonel Harland Sanders. This is born Henryville, Indiana, September 1890. 33rd degree Mason. And there's Miss Claudia, truly the Colonel's lady and co-worker in his enterprises. So let's walk around the back side and see if there's anything on the back while we're at it. Nope, nothing on the back. It's all front facing. 3 or 4 more people pulled up right after we got through with that. I was telling Miss Backroads, I think between Colonel Sanders and Muhammad Ali, that's probably the 2 most visited spots, I believe, in the cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery. I hope you like some of the footage we got as we walked around and talked about Mr. Colonel Sanders and his life and all that stuff. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave your comments down there about your favorite KFC item of choice. Like I said, mine was the popcorn chicken. It still tastes okay, but you know, it just hits different than it did as a kid, I think.
Yeah, or when it was dipped in the honey barbecue sauce.
Yeah, dipped in the honey barbecue sauce was where it was at.
Yeah.
That was really, there was this, I'll tell you a story real quick. So me and Miss Backroads this one time, we got this hankering. We were in Gatlinburg. Was it an anniversary or just a trip?
We were just there.
We were just there on a trip. And you know, there's about 87-11 waterfalls up there. So we decided we was gonna go to a waterfall. And little did we know it was gonna be what felt like 14 miles away. I think it was only like 3.
I think it was, but we were not prepared. I had on sandals and it had been raining and I was sliding around, and we got to the waterfall and everybody else had prepared. They had snacks and water. And
we didn't bring anything. We were young, didn't know what we were doing. Yeah, I was trying to buy water off people that was on the way back, and everybody was like, no. But yeah, long story short, we got back from that hike and we went to the KFC up there in Gatlinburg, and that's what we got was the dip popcorn chicken and some of the potato wedges, and I don't even remember what else, but man, we knocked that stuff out. We put a dent in it.
It was the best.
Appreciate that, Colonel Sanders. You came through that day anyway.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. You never know what you'll find on the back roads. The guy that started KFC, pretty cool.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. You want to do it?
You never know what you'll find on the back roads.
Nailed it. See you guys next time.